Right, so this is a quick help to anyone who's dealing with the discontinued Z-Max panels. It looks pretty complicated, but I was having issue because I reset I don't know what the heck was going on, so I had to reset the entire LCP and reprogram it. And the switching for this particular store, they're using Cat 5 with the, right here, come on, focus, come on. It's the Luminet. You can either have them here or you can have the Luminet using digital switches. Right here. These are mostly discontinued. These dimmers are they're not being used. So what you have to do is program this switch from the LCP. And let's say if you're working with in this case, single switch with one LCP, these switches, they have, again, dip switches behind them, 1 through 9, I believe, and you have to select a combination from 1 through 127. And each of those dip switches has a value that if you go on, that it gives, let's say I know that number 3, the third dip switch is equivalent to value of 5, and then 7 is like 28. So you add those two, whichever ones you pick, and then you select that over at LCP. And then once you have the value of the dip switches from the switch over at the wall, you come to your LCP, you go to menu, you cycle through, and you're looking for configure inputs. You select that. Since our switch is a digital switch, you cycle down, you select digital input, and then you gotta cycle through these arrows. There's a bunch of other numbers. In my case, I have a fourth, what do you call it? This is my switch that I'm currently using, but you can cycle through any different and then find these 3 dashes right here. That's where you're gonna input the value from 1 through 127, I believe. And then the board will recognize your switch. If for any reason the switch is not lighting up or anything like that, you would take it off, unplug the Luminet cable from the back, press and continue holding the upper leftmost or the topmost. If you have a 3, these are discontinued. Some have like 3 switches, some have 4, but you would, in this case, you would hold the upper leftmost button, continue holding, press it down, and then power it back up and hold it for 10 seconds. And the switch should boot up. Once it boots up, you can program for every light zone. Like for instance, 1 controls the high bays, 4 controls those guys over there, 2 controls the track light, and so on and so forth. And then there's a crucial detail after resetting the panel. If you factory reset the panel, and let's say you set the date and everything, you programmed your switches, but for some reason it's not working. Like the switches are lighting up and all that, but it's not actuating the relays. What happens is these buttons right here, come on, focus. These buttons, they're the master override. Every time you reset the panel, it overrides the entire panel, and these come on as safety. So even though if everything is programmed correctly, until you reset these switches, the green lights above the switches should not be blinking. They should be solid. So if you see them blinking, that means these switches are not reset. So there you go. Also read the manuals. It's pretty self-explanatory. And usually the best thing to do is call the 1-800 number to help you out. It's fairly simple. It just takes time to read the manual and fully walk through every step. But yeah, the 1-800 guys, man, they really know their stuff. They really help it out. So I basically, that was my problem. I had everything properly programmed. I had tunnel vision, and I did not even, basically, like subconsciously, I thought these were like capacitors. I didn't think they were buttons. So be aware of that. If you reset the panel and you program everything, just make sure you reset those buttons to get the panel out of the master bypass type of deal. Thank you.